Hello there, and welcome to episode 2 of the Grand Tour. Today, we will be flying from Churchill Airport up in Manitoba, Canada, to Nuuk Airport all the way over in Greenland in our trusty Baron 350i. So, we are going to get started with the startup here. So first, we're going to need to get the batteries on, obviously, and apply power to the aircraft. So first things, make sure parking brake's set, throttle's at idle, which they are. Get rid of the yoke here. Make sure everything is off. Avionics master is off. Landing gear is down. Flaps are up. The condition levers are in the feather detent. And we're just going to bring them up. And make sure the engine condition levers are in cutoff. Just so that the engine doesn't accidentally start when we apply power to the aircraft. Double check in there for the landing gear. Okay, we can turn battery power on. And we'll turn our master panel lights on. And hit the avionics. And then we can call up tower to get clearance. We'll also change this to GPS.
Tower Beechcraft Charlie 4489er2 Alpha IFR to Bravo Golf Golf Hotel, ready to copy.
Okay.
Beechcraft Charlie 4489er2 Alpha is cleared to Bravo Golf Golf Hotel Airport as filed. Take off runway tree climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 1 tree for decimal 6 squawk 1432.
So while they read that off, we're just going to set the altitude to 1200.
Beechcraft Charlie 4489er2 Alpha cleared to Bravo Golf Golf Hotel Airport as filed. Take off runway tree climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 1 tree 4 decimal 6 squawk 1432. Beechcraft 9er2 Alpha readback is correct. Contact ground on 1 tree 4 decimal 6 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Alright, let's get the beacon and strobe light on, and also the nav light. Then we'll make sure the throttles are still on idle. Make sure we didn't kick them or anything. And then we're going to request to be pushed back out of the spot for engine startup, just so that we don't hit anyone with the propeller. Now we're probably going to go right to beside the Sedona right there. That should be enough distance to get around. So just waiting for Mr. Tow Guy to lock in. He does some weird stuff. And there we go. Just back on up.
Ground Beechcraft Charlie 4489.
No, it does look like there's a rain
Alpha,
cloud coming
requesting
in,
the
so
end of
we
pushback.
probably want to get out of here pretty quick. Try and avoid that rain. Okay, and he's off. And we're ready for engine startup. So we'll bring the left engine condition lever up to the low idle detent.
Oral warning,
Then
okay.
we'll hit the starter to start. And we'll make sure the parking brake's on so we don't run away. And there she goes. She starts spinning. Then once we get enough N1 rotation, we'll bring the condition lever to high idle, turn on the auto reignition and the generator, and we'll turn off the engine starter for the left engine. And then we'll repeat the procedure in the right, so low idle, engine start, wait for the prop to start spinning. Sometimes it can take a minute. There she goes. Then we can bring it to the high idle, turn on the auto ignition at the generator, and turn off the starter. And there we go. Now we'll bring the prop levers to 100%. And we should be almost good to go for taxi. Just got a couple CAS messages. One is for the parking brake, the other is for pitot heat, left and right. But we'll turn on the taxi lights now. Just reading the CAS messages over here. Alright, and we'll sit here for a minute and just let the engines warm up. There we go. We have engine start.
Ground Beechcraft Charlie
We'll call up tower.
4489 Alpha ready to taxi IFR.
Beechcraft Charlie 4489 Alpha taxi 2 and hold short of runway tree using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 1 tree for decimal 6 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway tree using taxiway Alpha Beechcraft 92 Alpha.
Alright, now let's get out of here. So it's gonna be not as long as it was in Edmonton, mostly because it's, well, a smaller airport. This one really only has one taxiway, which is Alpha. So we'll just step onto that. And off we go. Now, because of that, there is no adjacent taxiway to the runway for this runway, so we are going to have to back taxi all the way down the runway to take off into the right direction. So here's the holding point. So we're going to stop there and call up tower. So we'll stop. We'll make sure it's all clear. We'll do our before takeoff checklist. Just canceling that master warning for the park brake. Right, so make sure condition and prop levers are all the way forward. Flaps to takeoff position. Turn our landing lights on. Their taxi light can come off. Then we can turn the pitot heats on. And then we'll do a flight control check. So forward, back, left, right, and right rudder and left rudder. We should be good to go. We'll call out tower to make sure we can get clearance for the runway.
Alpha at runway tree, ready for departure IFR to Bravo Golf Golf Hotel.
Beechcraft Charlie 4489er 2 Alpha altimeter 30 decimal for 4 wind tree 42 at 12. Cleared for takeoff runway tree.
Now we just got the altimeter there.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree Beechcraft Charlie 4489er 2 Alpha.
So we set the altimeter for 30.44. Now it's time for a long jaunt down the runway to turn around and take off. Now, while we taxied down the runway, I was going to talk about the airport of Churchill, which there isn't much to talk about. So, yeah, so the airport designation CYYQ is in Manitoba. It's about 3 miles, nautical miles, east-southeast of Churchill, and the only thing really on it is the airport was originally a part of a U.S. military base called Fort Churchill that was built by the United States Army Air Force during the Second World War, where they got permission from the Canadian government to build it. And there was also a nearby rocket research range beginning in the 1950s. And yeah. It also serves as a diversion airport for aircraft up to the size of 747s and 777s. And there's really only one airline that flies out of here, which is Calm Air. I don't think I have ever heard of them. If you have, let me know. And they usually fly to Rincon Inlet, and the big one would be Winnipeg. So yeah, that's basically all there is for Churchill Airport. Oh, and they have two runways, gravel runway, which is 4,000 feet long, which is 07 and 20, and runway 25. And then they have the one that we're on now, which is an asphalt paved runway, with which is 9,195 feet, which is runway 15 and runway 33, which we will be taking off from here shortly. And they have and then the year of 2010 they had 10,329 aircraft movements here at the airport. But that's it for Churchill Airport, so let's get ready for takeoff. So here we go. We'll bring the prop levers all the way, or the throttle levers all the way forward. We'll just start rolling on the brakes a little bit, let them go. Off we go. So there's 90, 100, 110, and rotate. Now off we go, on our way to Greenland. This is a long-ish flight. It's close to 5 hours. Yeah, here we go. Making a bit of a right turn to get onto heading.
Contact Winnipeg Center on 13 for decimal 6. Good day.
134.6 Beechcraft 902 Alpha. Winnipeg Center, Beechcraft
We'll go to
Charlie,
Winnipeg Center.
44892 Alpha is passing 1,200 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Turning on the autopilot there, flight level change.
2 Alpha Winnipeg Center altimeter 30.44, continue to 6089N as planned.
So that we can get a good climb out of here. Bring the speed back to 165, seems to be a good climb rate. Yeah, we'll bring the propellers back to about 60% for 1600 revolutions. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the flight. If you like the video, please do like and subscribe. And I'll see you when we come in for the approach. Welcome back for the landing. I hope you enjoyed the little montage. Now we're just coming through the last couple layers of clouds. They're hanging pretty low over Nuuk. And this is basically going to be a hand-flown landing because there's no ILS systems or anything for this airport. So I'm just waiting to get below the clouds here. And there you can see a couple tops. Some snow. As many of you will probably know, it's basically almost snow year-round up in Greenland. A little jump cut there. Here we go. We're gonna make our final turn. So we're actually gonna back force the runway here, go in the opposite direction. But it's absolutely stunning with the mountains and the fjords. And I didn't actually know they had this in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But if you look right in front of us, there is a rainbow. I didn't even know that was a thing in the simulator. So there is that. Now I am hand flying this at the moment. Yeah, it's a pretty clear rainbow. Now we're just trying to make some distance between us and the airport so we have enough room to slow down and land. Coming around here so that we don't hit the hill that's right there. But it's absolutely stunning. Waiting to turn around, and there's the landing lights. So we'll line ourselves up as best as we can. Try to keep the speed decent. Now, as is my normal fashion, this landing is, well, the landing itself isn't bad, but the rest of it is pretty cursed, so there's that. I'm just coming in here nice and slow. Getting closer and closer. Getting low now. Here's the landing. Not much of a flare. And we'll bring it to a stop. I have troubles with the reverse thrusters, and why not do a wheelie? There is the flare. Aircraft tries to run away on me again. Now there is no tower for this airport, so we're just gonna taxi ourselves over. It's all covered in snow, so we'll just mosey on over. Little stutter there. There's our good friend, the tow driver. I don't know what other buddy's doing there in the corner, or how I'm supposed to get to him. So we'll just stop right here. Hope it's okay. And we'll put the prop levers back into feather, turn off the cutoff, the condition levers to cut off, bring the flaps back up, cancel the warning, and turn everything off. Nav lights off, beacon, strobe lights can come off, pitot heat can come off, engine gens can come off, and battery can come off. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you like the, welcome to Nuuk. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. I think we still got one more flight to make before we get to Gibraltar for our first stop. Thanks again.